Hello, and welcome to another episode of the 1995 Rewind, where I look at films released in 1995 that are turning 30 years old in 2025. Last week, I looked at a comedy that I thought was fitting for Labor Day weekend and back to school, and that was Billy Madison. This week, it is another comedy from another interesting filmmaker, and that is Kevin Smith. That is Kevin Smith's Mallrats. This was the second film to pop up in the Jay and Silent Bob expanded universe, where Smith plays Silent Bob, Jason Mewes plays Jay. They all have slightly different casts and stories, some recurring actors. This was a year after Clerks, which was released in 1994, kind of put Kevin Smith on the map. This one, arguably a little bit of a bigger production, had some more famous faces, more probably interesting release. Ben Affleck makes his first appearance in the world in this one. The mall manager Shannon, but Jason Lee, very good here, paired with Jeremy London, Claire Forlani, Shannon Doherty. We also get a great role from Michael Rooker that always makes me laugh. A lot of kind of fun things as we get into this expanded universe. There have been a lot of Jay and Silent Bob films, and Mallrats probably isn't the favorite for many, but it's always been my favorite. I first saw this movie in college, and it made me laugh. It has never failed to make me laugh in the time since then. It definitely typifies kind of that Kevin Smith aesthetic. It is hard for me to believe it is 30 years old. It doesn't feel like it was released that long ago. I try not to think about what that means for my own age. In fact, this entire 1995 rewind has been a little bit humbling from that standpoint. And when we jump back 5 more years, I'm sure it'll be even more humbling. But Mallrats, always a movie that has made me laugh. Like many of these early Kevin Smith, Jay and Silent Bob universe films, if you don't own it on physical media, it is hard to find. It is not streaming anywhere, which is unfortunate. But I've really always enjoyed the movie. I thought Jason Lee was particularly funny here. A good performance from Shannon Doherty, who has since passed away. Fun to remember. A lot of iconic lines. I can't see an escalator without thinking about Jason Lee's character's rant about escalators and the mall. Some of their conversations about superheroes, the references to Jaws, all of this really works. It was my pop culture sensibility. So if you've never seen Mallrats and you can find a copy, it would be great to check it out. Next week, when we continue, it'll be another comedy, but a romantic comedy from Sandra Bullock. So we'll see you next week on The Rewind.